What's going on internet land? My name is Johnny, just in case you don't know me. Before I talk a little bit about my dear friend Shanti and Insanity, yes, I'll tell you a quick little backstory. Right now we're already in October. Right now we're already in October. You know, back August of last year, I was sort of like scratching my head going like, hey, hold on, wait a second. Like, I don't think some miraculous event is ever going to take place ever in order for me to start exercising like physically on a regular basis, on a daily basis. You see, the story that was sort of running my life for the previous decade before that was like, oh no, you know, I'm like, I still have a six pack from when I was in college. Once I'm hitting my goals, once I'm hitting my targets, like once I'm already there, then I'm gonna start exercising physically on a regular basis. And I'm gonna go all out with it because I'm committed. I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life. Like once I'm already there. Although until then, I'm good, because I still have a six pack from when I was in college. So you see, that was sort of the story that was going on in the background. That was sort of like running my life, and a six pack from when I was in college. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Right now I'm 33. And I dropped out of college when I was like 21 years old. Heck, I dropped out of high school when I was 17 years old. I dropped out of high school my sophomore year. Yeah, I got a GED, went back to college. And went straight to university. You know, I passed a couple classes, at a community college. And I went through dropping out when I was like 21 years old. And I didn't have a six pack then. I probably had a six pack of booze, is what I had. So fast forward to back August of last year, I was sort of like scratching my head going, like, hey, hold on one second. I don't think like a miraculous event is ever going to take place in my life, ever. And I was at the point in my life, I don't know if you've ever been at this point, where you're just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And you're tired of the headache and the heartache. Well, I was at that point back August of last year, where I like enough was enough. Like I was just sick and tired of it. So I made a decision. I made a decision because I was tired of the headache. And I don't know about you, but I don't like headache. So I made a decision to start exercising physically. I took immediate, massive action. And it started off with 1,000 push-ups in the morning. And then I bought a pull-up bar. And then it evolved into 1,000 push-ups, 100 pull-ups. And then I found some old curls in the garage, and then it turned into 1,000 push-ups, 100 pull-ups, 100 curls or so. And then I was like, now, if I want to get any results, for sure I have to get in some cardio. So I decided to start walking a mile every day. Why walk a mile? You know, to get my body moving again, to get like some fresh air in my lungs and stuff, like after a decade or whatever. And I was doing that for quite some time, and it seemed to be going like really, really well. I remember doing that even on Thanksgiving. I remember like being there, like counting my blessings and stuff, and there's all these like crazy dogs barking at you in the neighborhoods, because everybody has dogs nowadays. Anyways, so I remember doing that for quite some time, and it seemed to be going really, really well until I got a letter in the mail. The letter that I got in the mail was right around Christmas time. And my birthday's on Christmas Eve, and the letter was for jury duty. And I was like, hell no, I'm not gonna go to jury duty. At the time, we had an Apple emergency. It was a big emergency. What was the big emergency? That's a really great question. I don't know if this has ever happened to you before, although this has happened to me. Like when you let your phone die too many times, or your iPad, or your MacBook, or I don't know if it happens to MacBook. When you let your phone die too many times, like the phone commits suicide. And what I mean by that is all of a sudden you have to use a more powerful charger, like from like your MacBook or something to power like your phone back up. Well, I knew about that, and for that very reason, I would never let my iPad die, like ever. Like it died on me once, although I would never let it die. And suddenly that started happening right around Christmas time. And I was like, hell no. my iPad does not commit suicide on Christmas. Thank you very much. So instead of going to jury duty, I made an appointment that very day at the Genius Bar at the Apple Store at the mall, so that they could take a look at my iPad. And they did a really, really great job By the way, because now I have a Genius iPad and a Genius MacBook and a Genius iPhone and stuff. So, long story short, yes, the moral of the story. I didn't go to jury duty, so therefore I quit going on the mile walk every day because I wouldn't want to get picked up by the popo, by the policia, right? By the police, by a police officer. Mm. um. And you know, so on Christmas Eve, on my birthday, I mean, by then I had already been introduced to my dear friend Tony Horton and P90X and stuff, and I made a decision. I was like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna start taking like good care of myself. I'm gonna start watching what I eat and stuff, and I'm gonna start exercising on a regular basis, on a daily basis. And it has already been. I've been really, really good at keeping track of time for whatever reason. Although it has already been 251 days of the P90X challenge. Every single day, no matter what. And then, somewhere, I don't know, probably like within the first 90 days, I took a cold shower, right? A cold shower or two. So by day, probably like day, by day like 150, I was probably already taking cold showers regularly. And then by the time I picked up the second challenge was to burn 1,000 calories every single day throughout my workouts over the next 60 days, because I found out that if you want to get any results, you have to burn a lot of calories during your workout, or you're pretty much wasting your time. And you know, it's already been 91 days. 91 days of the cold shower challenge every single day, no matter what. And then, well, I was preparing like for insanity or whatever, and it's already day 13 of insanity. A cold shower every day. Why a cold shower? You know, that's a really great question. You know, thank you for asking. A cold shower. Apparently, the cold shower is the only way to get the unconscious mind to know what a decision is. All right, so fast forward to get to the point. We've all heard of the book Think and Grow Rich, right? Yes, it's by Napoleon Hill. That book has created more millionaires and billionaires than any other book of its kind. Napoleon Hill also wrote some other books, Outwitting the Devil, The Secrets to Freedom and Success, and he also wrote The Law of Success, the Master Wealth Builder's Complete and Original Lesson Plan for Achieving Your Dreams. And you know, there's also another book out there. It's called The Science of Getting Rich. It's by Wallace Wattles, because there is a science to getting rich. Well, the big secret in that philosophy, in the science of getting rich, is that you have to exercise physically on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and you have to like really like start taking care of yourself and stuff. And like the law of attraction is that, right? Well, that's sort of the secret in the science of getting rich. Although no miraculous event is ever going to take place ever, I can promise you that. You're better off going on an Easter egg hunt. Many times it's something hidden in plain sight. Like, don't quote me on that. Although many times it's something hidden in plain sight. Although no miraculous event is ever going to take place ever, because the truth, do you want to know what the truth is? The truth in the science of getting rich, the truth is a decision.